Hey guys, welcome to Denny's. Today, we're going to go over, in my opinion, one of the most important farms you can do for survivability early on in hard mode. And you can farm, what I'm referencing is you can farm the external components, only 2 of the 4 unfortunately. You cannot farm all 4 of the slots. But nonetheless, you can target farm them. And I'm going to show you how in this video. There's going to be 2 we can do. If you didn't know, you can press F when you're on the world map. It'll tell you where you can target these, but I'm going to show you anyway. The Aurora Forest is for the auxiliary power, and the Agna Desert in the, the Aurora Forest in Fortress, and then as far as the memory, you can get it in Remnant in the Agna Desert. You cannot get sensors and you cannot get processors. We are going to start out in Fortress. Here at the bottom of Fortress, we're looking for the mission, the Snowy Heights. This is going to be a 2-minute mission, and the reason it's going to be a 2-minute mission is because normally it's 5, but the mobs stop really spawning effectively around 3 minutes, and we're not going to be doing the mission parameters or the mission objectives. We're going to basically just be going for kills. So the patrolling mobs spawn every like 2 minutes as well. There's only 3 of them. They have a chance to drop it as well. But we're going to start the farm. It starts at 5 minutes. You're looking for the ships in the sky. That's going to be how you can do this as efficiently as possible. We are going to be killing as fast as we possibly can by just locating those ships, and then we're going to be getting these auxiliary powers from doing that. And I was a doofus there and I missed one. But I'm going to run this whole farm for the next 2 minutes, and then you can see how many I get, just how many I get. So far none, but you can get anywhere from 1 to, like, I've gotten 7 before. It's just completely luck based. You can run the equipment drop modifier on one of the component modules. I'll show you the Excel sheet that I have after this. In the Excel sheet, it's going to go over all the possible rolls that you can get on all of these, whatever they're called, the 4 external components. And then I will kind of go over what I think are going to be some of the best. Just quickly, there's my first one. As far as the ultimate, I've gotten a couple of the purple. This is going to be the biggest mob drop right here. I'm going to sip some water. And I didn't get any, unfortunately, but I did get 1 purple. These can roll with gold tertiaries too, so honestly the purples can still be really good if you get a really good gold tertiary roll on them. So keep that in mind. Don't just toss the purples unless you really are just looking for the ultimate roll and you don't want to waste time. I mean, you can totally just, dodge the purples and just spend a bit more time looking for the ultimates. We're getting to the end of the 2-minute farm. We got about 20 seconds left, and I'm going to show you guys. We're going to abort mission and restart it. There's one that spawns here, and then there's one that spawns there, and then we'll be able to abort the mission and restart it as soon as that happens. As you can see, we haven't done any of the mission parameters just because we are solely going for loot and kills, because that is what's going to get us the external components that we're looking for, the auxiliary power. So last one here. And then we are Sag. So we're going to go ahead and abort. And now if you were to continue, you would go here, start the mission right back up, and then continue to farm them. But we're going to show you the second farm. It's going to be in the Agna Desert at Remnant. Remnant is going to be towards the center. There's 2 missions again. This one's a little bit faster, in my opinion, so you're actually going to get quite a bit more drops because there's just more mobs, and you can actually, it's not faster necessarily, but you can just kill more, so you're going to get more drops. I wish there was more than 1 or 2 missions to do this right now, but unfortunately these are what we have as far as the 1.0 release. But nonetheless, I think these are really efficient ways to do it. I mean, you're talking about getting potentially 60 of these things an hour at minimum. Right, so, or no, I guess more like 40 or so, but nonetheless, it's quite a bit to go from as far as god rolling. You spend an hour farming these, you could, most likely you're going to get a pretty good roll of 1. There's my first one. Following the route though, a bunch of mobs that spawn in this cave. We're going to jump in here and just roll around. They just keep spawning here. This is where you're going to get a lot of them probably. You're going to pick up the fuse. The whole objective of this mission is to pick up the fuse, drop it into the bomb. So to go as fast as possible, we're going to follow the route that I have here on screen, and then we are going to kill all the mobs in the spawn. So bottom right of the house here, they're going to spawn behind the house in this corner over here, and then up top they'll start spawning. There is an exploder, so if you're kind of weak, just watch out for the exploders. And then some more spawn up here, and then you've got the lieutenant right there. Luckily, we had another one drop as well, and we also got a precise code analyzer. You can get that from both the mobs in this mission if they are the shielded mobs with the affixes on them. Just a pro tip there. And then we've got a spawn here, instantly killed through the wall here, house number 1. A lot of loot potential there. You're going to kill through the house here. Don't forget to loot your Kuiper shards if you want to go in after a couple runs and do that. But these are the guys that can drop the code analyzers if you're lucky. Shield. Nothing for me though. We're on the 3rd bomb, and as you can see, we're almost done. So pretty quick farms to get these guys. And then the last part of the mission is basically just this house here. They spawn point, and then they're going to spawn from across the way every time. Same spawns, guys. So if you want to be as efficient as possible, just remember to follow what I'm doing or create your own efficiency, but just know where they spawn at. As you can see, I ran out of my energy, which is very sad. We don't like doing that. I'm kind of embarrassed by it. Don't make fun of my build, please. And then we're just going to kill the boss, and then this guy can drop the legendary components for some of the Descendants, the later game Descendants, which is nice. I think it's Jaber and stuff. We got quite a few. So as you can see, as far as the auxiliary power, obviously I did 1 run before this, or 2 runs before this, excuse me, so I got about, what was that, 3, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the ultimates. Jeez, dude. 14 of the ultimates of the auxiliary power, and then I did 1 run of the memory. I think I haven't deleted a few though. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the memories, and then I got about 3, it looks like, of the purples. So nonetheless, those are the 2 farms. Now I'm going to go over what I think are the best roles you can get for the external components. So there's 4. You can look on screen here to see what the possible roles are. There's quite a few. Some are pretty useless, some are pretty good. So in yellow, you're going to see what I'm going to be going for. So on Ox Power, I'm going to be going for max HP and fire res. If you're looking for more of a farming, you're going to look for green, so Kuiper drop rate and mod drop rate. And then as far as the sensor, character XP and consumable drop rate for farming, the one I'm going to be going for is MP Recuv in combat and max MP. And then for memory, you've got def and MP Recuv. That's what I'm going to be going for as far as the additional tertiaries for the survivability. And then farm, you got gold drop rate and firearm proficiency. I did highlight electric res because you can probably change the MP Recuv to electric res if you're not somebody who uses MP at all. I just want Bunny to be a little bit more infinite, and I'm sure I will get there eventually without having this, but I want that right now. And then for the processor, max shield and toxin res for survivability. And then you've got the item acquisition distance and equipment drop rate for farming. And I do want to go over the main roles you can get. Obviously, when we're talking about the main roles, I'm referencing max shield, defense, or max HP, the primary stat you can get, other than the 2 secondaries, the 2 tertiaries. Always go for max HP pretty much. Only reason I'm running max shield in this one is because it was a part of a set, and I want it for I was just testing the max MP. Those are pretty good rolls on it, so that's the reason I'm using it. But max HP pretty much 2, and then defense 2. So if you get 2 of them that have defense, 2 of them that have max HP, you're going to be rolling pretty well on the survivability side. And yeah, that more or less that's pretty much it. I would say, after a couple of these farms, you don't have to do many. Obviously, you can do this for like 30 minutes to an hour and probably have a really good couple of these guys. You're going to get other drops too. You're going to get processors, and you're going to get sensors as well just from killing these mobs. They're a lot more rare, but you definitely have a chance to get them. So keep an eye out for them. But nonetheless, 2 out of the 4 external components can be target farmed. So you can get pretty tanky. You can get really, really tanky, and you can target farm the stats you want. But that's pretty much the video, guys. It's a little bit of a longer one, but I wanted to go in depth on the modules and the external components on what roles you can get and stuff with that Excel sheet. I will link the Excel sheet down in the description if you want to take a look at it. And then that's pretty much it. As far as farming them, the 2 missions, Agna Desert and Fortress. But other than that, guys, I hope you have been enjoying the Fortress, or I hope you've been enjoying the first Descendant as much as I have, and I look forward to making some more content on it and some more videos. So if you want to see more, definitely subscribe and like. If you made it this far, it's much appreciated. Kind of insane, very rare, so I do thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and yeah, goodbye.